Guys, I am back from Miami, and you know what that means. It is time for me to get back into my regular stream of content. I gotta be honest, I really miss this. Every single day I wasn't posting a video, I was like, oh man, I need to get back. I need to do this. Being away for the past week, I missed a lot of things, like I wasn't capable of doing the Shazam and Black Adam trailer reactions, but I am going to be doing the Oppenheimer trailer reaction from Christopher Nolan. A lot of you on here know that Christopher Nolan is probably my favorite director of all time, and anything he comes out with, I'm going to be covering on this channel. For anyone else who's interested in this trailer, I'm sure the reaction videos have already hit. I'm sure they're everywhere to be found. I'm just getting back from my vacation, so I haven't seen it yet, and I thought, you know what, I might as well just wait for it and then make a video about it today so I can upload it. The trailer is only 1 minute long, but with that being said, let's see how it looks.
The world is changing, reforming. This is your moment.
How can this man, he saw so much, be so blind?
This feels heavy.
The force from which the sun draws its power has been loosed.
You gave them the power to destroy themselves. That made him the most important man who ever lived.
This feels intense, guys.
The man who moved the earth.
Wow. All right, look, I know we don't have too much to go off of here, but let's be honest here. Everything Nolan comes out with is going to be good. Every time he puts up a trailer for a new film, it always looks like peak entertainment. Now, one of the most important details I think that needs to be said about this film, and not many people are talking about it, it is the fact that he's making this movie within Universal Studios. This is not Warner Brothers. Every movie he has done has been with Warner Brothers. And of course, Warner Brothers squandered that when they had their whole movie releases to HBO Max debacle without talking to any of their directors or the crew of the projects. The way they were treating some of their directors, aka Denis and Zack Snyder, just wasn't really working out well for them at all. And the way they were treating Christopher Nolan with Tenet, it just wasn't going to keep a guy like Nolan around. When you got someone like Nolan, you gotta give this guy the benefit of the doubt. Every time he releases a movie for Warner Brothers, the film ends up being a straight up heater. The general consensus of every Nolan film is always high, and I'm talking general consensus, like 80, 85, 90% of moviegoers always end up liking what he does. So the minute you start to misrepresent or disrespect Christopher Nolan, he's not going to want to work with you anymore, especially since we're talking about a guy who has such a true love and passion for movie making. Now, admittedly, I don't know much about Oppenheimer other than the fact that he is the creator of the A-bomb. And this is the second time Nolan is making a period piece. The first one was Dunkirk, and now it is Oppenheimer. Most of Nolan's films, if not all of his films, tend to be fictional with a realistic take on all of his stories. Look at the Dark Knight trilogy. Yes, it is Batman, it is DC, but think about it, it is what if a regular man with a lot of money wanted to become a Caped Crusader. Interstellar was also very realistic, going into space, trying to find a new home for humanity. The way, the theory of a black hole would work, which, by the way, NASA scientists have said that it's the most accurate representation they've ever seen. So, once again, realistic take on space travel. The Prestige, Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman. Is what they do magic or just very, very good sleight of hand? Every movie he does usually battles with the boundaries of real and fiction, other than Dunkirk and, of course, this film, as these are actual real stories. Now, like I said, I don't know much about Oppenheimer. I'm probably going to be looking him up a lot more to see what the movie's possibly going to be about, to see what type of guy he was, and all the other people around him, because this cast is jacked. Because guys, if you don't know much about this movie but are somewhat interested because it is Christopher Nolan, look who's in this cast. So first of all, you got Cillian Murphy, who's finally becoming a main character actor in pretty much anything he does. Peaky Blinders has really helped him get these types of roles, and obviously the relationship he's had with Nolan over almost the past 20 years, it's going to help him get to this point, and Nolan is finally gonna see him as a main character actor. I'm so happy for him that he's getting this opportunity. You got Cillian Murphy, Florence Pugh, Jack Quaid, Matthew Modine, who by the way is in Dark Knight Rises, Matt Damon, Emily Blunt, who is playing clearly his wife, Robert Downey Jr., Josh Hartnett, Gary Oldman, Kenneth Branagh, Rami Malek, Dan Dehan, Jason Clarke, David Dastmalchian. I don't know if that's how you say his last name, but I think I did pretty good there. This cast list is massive. Gustav Skarsgård, one of the Skarsgård family, he's in this. Even Scott Grimes, I recognize him from a couple of projects. This cast is humongous. I don't think he's ever had a bigger cast than this. And guys, just look at that poster. That's gorgeous. This is all about the A-bomb, the power of the sun inside of a tiny metallic can. And the poster gives me this sensation of the power of the sun is created by this small little man right in the middle of this smoke and fire. And of course, what is one other thing we can always expect with Christopher Nolan? 80 to 90% of his film is going to be filmed with IMAX cameras. That man loves IMAX. Every movie I've seen him do, especially his most recent with Tenet, the IMAX job they did with that movie, I just want all movies in IMAX cameras. I don't want digital anymore. I just want the entire screen given to me. When I watch IMAX films, I do get this idea that this is how film is just meant to be watched. And Christopher Nolan has enough talent, has enough behind him from his past films that make these production studios say, hey, if you want a whole movie in IMAX, we're going to give it to you. I think why I'm very excited for this movie too is because nowadays, as much as I do cover comic book stuff on here, and I love it, and I'm never going to stop, the majority of cinema today is powered by the Marvel Cinematic Universe and superhero content. I love it when we get films that aren't just about superheroes. It is a nice break to get a very well thought out and well done movie that isn't just dealing with superheroes and comic books. Film and art can be anything you want. Tell fictionalized stories, tell nonfiction, tell story pieces, tell biographies, science fiction, action, adventure, comic book, romance, drama, it doesn't matter. But it is nice to get representation of films outside of that comic book arc, considering everything you see nowadays is just Marvel stuff. I also think this movie has big implications on the cinema world in the sense of the employment of Christopher Nolan. Because Nolan is such a high-class director, he can go anywhere he wants, and any production studio will do what they can do to get him on board to make a movie for them. People want Christopher Nolan doing work for their production studios. If this movie ends up being very, very good, because here's the thing, I can already tell you right now, this movie will be good. It will probably even be great. But if this movie is fantastic, what does that mean for Nolan? Does he now go out and almost become like a free agent in basketball and football, where now people are trying to give him the highest contract possible so he can go play for their team? Does he stay with Universal Studios and essentially say, Universal treated me the way Warner Brothers used to treat me. Why would I leave them? I'm going to continue my future projects with with them? Is there a chance that under the new guise of David Zaslav that he finds a way to bring Nolan back and essentially say, sorry for the idiots who used to run this production company, you'll never have to worry about that again under me and Alan Horn, who, by the way, is now part of Warner Brothers again. I think it's going to be very interesting to see what happens, considering every single one of Nolan's films has been under Warner Brothers, and now it's a switch up to Universal Studios. And we all know the movie industry is harsh, and there's not many big name companies anymore, considering Disney pretty much threw out the whole monopoly law where they are just completely buying up any production company they want. This is a good chance for Universal Studios to say, hey, look at us. We are one of the top dogs. We can do this. I'm not talking about Fast and Furious garbage. No one cares about that. This is an actual piece of art. But anyways, everyone, that is it for this video. I don't have much else to say about the film, especially since we don't fully have too much. But when the official trailer drops, I will certainly be making a reaction video on that as well. And now that I am fully back, I will be talking a lot more about what's going on within DC and Batman, Superman. I'm sure you've all heard the news that Ben Affleck is now back as Batman in the Aquaman film. Don't really know what's going on with DC right now, but that's some good news to appreciate. If you've stayed this long in the video, I also do want to let everyone know I am going to be doing more giveaways. After our gift card giveaway in the latest podcast, it went very well. I've decided I'm going to do other things, so make sure you keep up to date with my videos. Subscribe if you have to find out what I'm going to be giving away and when I'm going to be doing it. But anyways, everyone, that is it for this video. It's good to be back, and I will talk to you all very soon.